Okay, so if you use Napoleon twice in one character, in one paragraph, it doesn't really show that you know the book very well. Okay, so try to have 4 different characters per paragraph. You can use the same character again in another paragraph, but try not to use the same character twice in one paragraph. Okay. Okay, let's take up chapter 10. All right, what did Napoleon tell the animals where their true happiness lay? What did he say? Jason.
Oh, Napoleon said that true happiness lays in working hard and living frugally.
Working hard and living frugally. I think my parents told me that. To work hard and be frugal. So the luxuries that Snowball had once taught the animals to dream about, such as stalls with electric light and hot and cold water and a 3-day work week, were no longer talked about. Napoleon had denounced such ideas as contrary to the spirit of animalism. So, we see how different the animals' lives would have been if Snowball had been the one to take over the farm, right? Because he wanted the best for the animals. He wanted to make life easier for the animals. And this is reminiscent of Leon Trotsky in the Russian Revolution, how different the history of Russia would have been, as well as the experience for the Russian people if Leon Trotsky had taken over instead of Joseph Stalin. So we also remember that a lot of the animals can't remember life before the revolution. And all the propaganda, all the lies, all the rewriting of history has rewritten their memories. They've contorted reality. They've created a reality for the animals. And, some of them don't even understand whether or not the revolution was worth it. And this is the goal of the pigs, right? To create their reality, to rewrite their memories. It's only Benjamin who sees that things are neither better nor worse. And he says that the unalterable law of life is hunger, hardship, and disappointment. What was the highest importance for the welfare of the farm? Leba?
Squealer told them that the pigs had to, wait, what question? Second, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Squealer told them that the pigs were expected to write files in minutes, and these were the most important part of the farm.
Very good. The work that the pigs did, right? And they said that there were large sheets of paper which had to be closely covered with writing. And as soon as they were so covered, they were burnt in the furnace. It's like this big mystery, the work of the pigs, and only they can do it. And they're the smartest on the farm, and they're the ones who keep the farm going. But the narrator or the author keeps the reader apprised of what's really going on. So, for example, in the novel it says, still, neither the pigs nor the dogs produced any food by their own labor, right? And this is a reference to Old Major's speech about man and how man produces nothing but keeps all the profits for himself. And this is Karl Marx talking about the bourgeoisie, the owners of production, and how they don't actually produce anything. It's all the work of the proletariat. They get to keep all the products and they keep all the profits for themselves. What do the animals never give up hope of having? Gabriel?
The animals never gave up hope. They have a sense of honor and privilege in being members of Animal Farm. They were the only farm in England to operate entirely by animals.
Yes, very good. And they were very proud of that. And of course, they never gave up hope of having the Republic of the Animals, which Old Major foretold, when the green fields of England should be untrodden by human feet, right? This was still believed in, that they were going to get rid of man completely, and the world was going to be run by animals. And the tune of the Beasts of England was still sung. Every animal knew it, but it was sung in secret. So we see in this last chapter that the author is making many parallels with the time in which Jones ran the farm. And this is to show us that the animals have come full circle, right? That is, they are in the same condition that they were at the beginning of the book under the rule of Jones. But there is one big difference, and it's a disheartening difference. And the difference is that at the beginning of the book, they knew that they were being oppressed. However, now they still believe that they own the farm. They still believe that all animals are equal. They believe this to the extent that they want to see all the animals of England in the same position as themselves. So, in this way, they are worse off than they were at the beginning. They are worse off than they were under Jones, because now they are ignorant of their oppression. They are ignorant of their oppressors, and they are ignorant of the conditions of their lives. Number 4, what happened one pleasant evening? Tasia?
I said the terrified neighing of a horse startled the animals, so everyone rushed to see what it was, and it was Clover, startled because Squealer had been walking on his hind legs.
Very good. Squealer was walking on his hind legs. And then he was followed by a long line of pigs, all doing the same. So again, we see how, the book has come full circle. The last and most important tenet that Old Major gave them and warned them against was to never resemble human beings. And here they are walking on their hind legs like human beings. What was the new slogan for Animal Farm? Amy?
The new slogan is 4 legs good, 2 legs better.
Very good. So you see how it has become completely corrupted. And what is the significance of the new single commandment? So what is it, and what is the significance? Harsimran?
The new commandment was all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. And this is significant because all animals were equal, but the pigs were seen more superior because of all the special treatments they received and the rules they made and how they controlled the farm.
Very good. And, all animals are equal was the fundamental, most important principle of animalism, and it is broken. And, the process of rewriting history is complete. This is the final transformation of Old Major's vision. We saw it transformed from vision to doctrine, animalism, the 7 commandments, then to a slogan, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Also, Napoleon is always right. And now it's the absolute opposite of what it had been originally intended. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Number 7, we're going to get back. Number 8, what game were the people and the pigs playing together? Gian?
They were playing a game of cards.
Good, they were playing cards. What were the things mentioned in the speeches that were made? Siddharsan?
Pinkelton said that the long period of mistrust and misunderstanding between the farms had come to an end. He also had it how that everyone felt abnormal of having like the pigs and animals owning a farm, and they also inspected all the farms, the whole farm, and they said how he didn't feel any harm towards how it won't affect his animals and how it wouldn't affect his human employees. And
Who's he?
the Pinkleton.
Okay.
And Napoleon also said, yeah, the misunderstanding is at the end, and he would like have peace with the neighboring farms, and also change the animal farm to the manor farm.
Right. Okay. And then, of course, Napoleon responds with a speech pledging friendship in return. To solidify his business relationship with his new friends, he promises to eliminate all traces of the rebellion: the flag, the terms of address, no more comrade, the ceremonies, and even the name of the farm will be changed. It will now be known as Manor Farm. What caused the animals to run back and look in again? Ozazi?
There was an uproar of voices coming from the farmhouse, and I guess the animals were kind of shocked that um, humans were now in the farm.
Okay, but why was there an uproar of voices? What was happening? Samir?
I wrote down that the animals ran back to look again because they heard a lot of commotion and yelling. Napoleon and Mr. Pilkington had both drawn ace cards.
Yes, they had both drawn an ace of spades, and there was a quarrel. So they were fighting. There was a violent quarrel. Okay, and this is many people say this is George Orwell being prophetic, that he could see into the future, and it foreshadows the tensions between the States and Russia and what we now know as the Cold War. Okay, so they represent the States and Russia. And what was the surprise ending of the story? What was the surprise ending? Megdi?
When the animals looked back at the pigs and humans fighting, they couldn't tell the difference because the pigs adopted human traits so well.
Very good. They couldn't tell the difference between the humans and the pigs. They looked alike. So Old Major's warning against becoming like the humans has been realized. Orwell was being prophetic again. And according to Orwell, all revolutions are failures, but they are not the same failure. In other words, some revolutions may be worth it, but not others. And he certainly did not think that the Russian Revolution was worth it. Okay, what I want you to do now, I think it was in chapter 1 or chapter 2 that we asked you to list the 7 commandments. I want you to go through each commandment and write down as many specific examples as you can for each commandment of how the pigs corrupted that commandment. Okay? Camera's on, doing it on screen, and then we'll take it up in a few minutes. Okay? Specific examples, as many as you can for each commandment. Oh, I gotta do attendance. Okay, before I put attendance in Trillium, just checking, is Sarah here? Sarah? Where's Chelsea? Chelsea? Jasmine? Tasia?
Here.
Okay, can you put your camera on?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to see you guys and know that you're in class. So I just called 2 people because I don't see them on camera and they're not here.
Miss, I'm here.
Who's that?
Chelsea.
Yeah, I need to see you.
Yeah, my camera is on.
Sorry?
My camera is on.
It is now.
It was before.
No, it wasn't, hon.
It was.
No, sweetheart, it wasn't. It is now, though. Japney? Japney?
Yeah, miss.
Yeah, where's your camera? I can't see you. I don't know where you are. You could be playing video games for all I know. Maybe you're taking a nap. And Alan? Alan? Put your camera on, Alan. Oh, she's saying her camera is on too. Are you guys done? You don't look done.
pile.
Was corrupted. Japneet. Japneet? Every time I call him, he's not there. Aiden.
When Napoleon hired Mr. Whymper.
Very good. When he hired Mr. Whymper. Give me another example of how this commandment is corrupted. Adrian.
I wrote down the same thing.
You wrote one example? I said as many examples as you can find.
I was trying to get all of them done before I started, but I didn't get multiple for each.
Okay, give me another example. That doesn't make any sense. Megdeep?
At the end when they're playing cards, the humans and pigs are playing cards.
Okay, very good. And give me another example. Samir.
When Napoleon and the rest of the pigs taught one another to walk on their hind legs.
Excellent, very good. Okay, is there anything else we're missing? Those are the three I have. Does anyone have anything else? Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Yes, good. They were not supposed to trade with humans, right? And so obviously he was doing business with humans. Okay, good example. All right, number 2. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. Maya Khan?
Miss, how is that commandment broken?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
It wasn't broken.
They treated all animals with 4 legs and wings as friends? That commandment wasn't broken?
Okay, well, yes, it was from the pigs, Miss.
That's what we're doing. How did the pigs break these commandments?
They were treating the animals like they weren't equal to them, and the pigs were acting as if they were better than the other animals.
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't have any more specific examples.
An example is when they would give little rations to all of the other animals.
Okay, very good. That's a specific example. Good. Give me another example of how they treated animals with 4 legs and wings not as friends. Ozazi?
When Napoleon traded Boxer.
Well, he had him killed.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And also when the dogs attacked Boxer, okay? Remember, because Boxer had tried to say that he saw Snowball fight in the Battle of the Cowshed and that he had fought bravely. And then shortly thereafter, when they were going to do the executions, the dogs attacked Boxer. Okay? And who else was not treated as a friend? Sudharsan?
I only put the Boxer kills. I didn't put any more examples.
Guys, what about Snowball? What about Snowball? The dogs attacked Snowball. Snowball was run off the farm. He was exiled. All right. No animals shall wear clothes. Gian, give me an example.
Oh, this is broken when the pigs are wearing clothes and they look like they really look similar to human beings.
What clothes were they wearing?
They were wearing Mr. Jones' clothes.
Okay. Okay. And what else did they wear? Harsimran?
I also put the same thing, how Napoleon wore Mr. Jones' clothing.
Okay. He also wears Mr. Jones' hat. Okay. And what do they put on their tails?
Ribbons?
Yes, they put green ribbons on their tails, which is also a human accessory. No animals shall sleep in a bed. How was the wording of this commandment changed? Amy?
Squealer told everyone that the pigs were allowed to sleep in the beds as long as they didn't use sheets.
As long as they didn't use sheets, right? So again, we see that the commandment has been corrupted. They were supposed to, so they slept in the farmhouse beds with blankets instead of sheets, right? Again, you could just see the manipulation of language, the power of words, how it can manipulate and condition people and oppress people. You know, language in this book is used as a means of oppression. And of course, sleeping in a bed with blankets is a human action. No animal shall drink alcohol. Well, how was the wording of this commandment changed? Tasia?
I said that it was corrupted by Squealer and Napoleon getting drunk.
Okay, and how was the wording of the commandment changed?
Oh, it was changed to they shouldn't drink alcohol to like act like too much or act
Excess.
Yeah.
Excess, okay. So, and obviously the pigs get drunk and they drink whiskey and they drink beer. They even grow their own barley and brew their own beer. No animal shall kill another animal. How was this? How was the wording of this commandment changed, Kian?
Napoleon started an execution for the other animals. He changed it, the commandment to no killing other animals without reason. Was it without reason or
without cause?
Oh, without cause,
Same
yeah.
thing, same thing. Okay, very good. And okay, so we're talking about the executions when many animals were forced to confess and then they were executed. Okay, and who else do they kill?
No.
Who else do they kill
They killed
in the book? They killed Boxer.
And the hens.
Right? And the hens, yeah. Yes, they killed the hens, but that was part of the executions. I meant other than the execution. Okay, and number 7, all animals are equal. How do they change the wording of the commandment? Jasmine?
They changed the wording of the
Can't hear you, hon.
You can hear me?
Can't hear you. Very low.
Oh, okay, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Very good. Okay, and can you give me one example of this lack of equality?
The animals, the pigs live in the farmhouse and the others just live in their stalls.
Very good. So the pigs lived in the comfy, cozy farmhouse, while the other animals lived in the barn, which was cold and dark. All right. How else do they break this commandment? Gabriel?
When the pigs lowered all the rations except for themselves and the dogs.
Okay, very good. How else? Chelsea?
I said by not doing any labor, but instructing it, giving orders.
Yes, that's very good. That's a really big deal about them not doing any physical labor, right? While the animals were giving their blood, sweat, and tears to that farm, to the 2 windmills, right? All right, how else? Jason?
The apples and the milk were reserved for pigs.
Yes, very good. The milk and the apples. Okay, very good. You guys did well. Okay, I'm going to put something up right now, and I want you to copy it. Okay, copy these discussion questions. Continue working online in our next period. I don't want you working on this on your own because, offline, because I want you working on your comparison essays, okay? So I thought we'd be finished sooner than this today and have more time for it. But that's okay. We'll just continue the next time we meet online. So I'm going to assign you the topics. You don't have to do all three, okay? So are you listening? Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Alan, Japneet, Koa, Aiden, Adrian, Megdeep, Samir, Maya, and Ozazi. You are doing question number 1. And then
Mayor, switch Maya.
you.
Okay.
And then Sudharsan, Jian, Harsimran, Maya, Amy, and Tasia, you are doing question number 2. And then Kian, Gabriel, Jasmine, Leba, Chelsea, and Jason, you are doing question number 3. Okay, now I'm going to discuss the questions a little bit. So take some notes on your question. Okay, so question number 1 is identify the reasons for the collapse of AnimalFarm. Okay, so I don't want things like, the pigs corrupted the commandments or something like that. I want you to look at animalism. Okay, so look at things like, the principles of animalism are unrealistic, right? Because People by nature are selfish and greedy. People by nature are evil. That's why these principles can't work. Things like that, okay? Or, you can't have true equality because you don't have equality of predicament. Things like that. Now, for the next question, you already have 3 topics to discuss. The perversion of language, the perversion of language, the rewriting of history, and the use of terror. So all you really need is to find specific examples for each of those topics, okay? And then the last topic, explain how George Orwell's novel Animal Farm can be classified as a beast fable, political satire, and historical allegory. Okay, so for a beast fable, you have to show 2 things. Number 1, you have to show that the animals are personified. That means that they act like human beings, okay? But it's not just in things like, they can talk, okay? It's got to be also that they have personality traits of human beings, okay? And then the other thing you have to prove to show that it is a beast fable is that it teaches a moral, a lesson. What is the moral of Animal Farm that this fable teaches? Okay. Then for political satire, right, it is satirizing communism, i.e. animalism, and the principles of animalism and how they don't work and why they don't work. Okay, why communism as a political system cannot work, right? So again, things like it's unrealistic. You can never achieve true equality. Why not? You can't give a small group of people that much power. They become corrupt. Things like that, okay? And then an allegory, you're going to be looking at the characters and the events, right? Like the Battle of the Cowshed, things, the building of the windmill, and how these characters and events are an allegory of real people and real events in the Russian Revolution. Any question about those? Any questions about those 3 discussion questions?
Miss, my Wi-Fi cut out, so I couldn't hear what topic I got.
What topic?
Oh, like the question, because my Wi-Fi cut out, so I had to leave.
Okay, I'm not going to do all 3. What question are you doing?
Oh, I couldn't hear because my Wi-Fi cut out.
Okay. How long ago? How much did you miss?
No, I heard you explain the questions, but I just didn't hear what question I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so good. You heard me explain the questions. No, I was just asking if there were any questions.
Oh no.
Are there any
Can you tell me like which question I'm doing?
Jasmine, you're doing number 3.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so you can start working on that now, and then we'll continue the next time we're online. Any questions about your comparison essays? Okay.
Miss, so when is the essay due?
Your outline is due whenever you come into class this week. Then I'm going to teach you how to write an essay, and then it's going to be due the following week.